We started to really lay out the groundwork at the Miami Art Museum to get funding for a bond initiative when it was going to come up in 2004 on the ballot. So, this means you've started to work. We started working on this shortly after I arrived, so 1996 or so. So we're looking like at an 8-year time frame of really inch by inch working towards something. We went to all the public hearings and all that, and we started to feel opposition coming from the community. Not from a large part of the community, but from one or two fairly outspoken people in the community and people who had pocketbooks so that they could fund opposition. And the Miami Art Museum was one of several organizations in the $500 million cultural question. We were in the cultural question for $100 million. There was money for Vizcaya, for the Fairchild Tropical Gardens, the Science Museum, and the History Museum. So many of our colleagues in the community were part of this question. So if something happened to that question, it was going to hurt us, but it was also going to hurt the cultural community as a whole. And our institution would feel that it had perhaps hurt the whole community without us ever wanting it. So I felt like we at the Miami Art Museum had to work even harder than everybody else to make sure that the cultural question came through successfully and that the opposition to the art museum was really not the powerhouse. And so we put a whole lot of energy into making sure that we helped to raise money to create a political action committee, which we as a private group of organizations could do. The county could not do that. We ran phone banks. We were out there, I think, rowing as hard as we could row to make sure that it was successful. And it ended up, the question 8, which was the cultural question, was got some of the highest votes of any of the questions in the county's bond initiative that year.